I've had the privilege of living in the country my entire life, and I am very grateful for that. And over the past few years, we've started building up a little farm on our property, and I absolutely love all of our animals. But having animals does not come without cost and work, so in this video, I want to share a little bit of that side of farm life with you. These past few months, my family has worked really hard on clearing out our bush so that we can build a pen for my horse Rosie. And this is all super exciting, but it's a lot of work. And my dad and grandpa have put a lot of time into this. Right now we're in the final stages of clearing it out and we're almost ready to put in posts and fencing. But first we have to clear all the logs and split them so it can be used as firewood. And I'm pretty sure my brother is thinking about selling some of this firewood at the end of our driveway. To start, I went and grabbed a rake and began sweeping up all of the extra brush and sticks that was on the ground that was left over. I did this for around 10 minutes before realizing that this honestly wasn't going to make that much of an impact because most of the sticks were stuck around roots and things like that, and so I decided to stop that and went over to help my dad and brother instead because that was definitely the more productive thing to do. They were splitting the piles of logs that came from the trees that were once in this area before we cleared it, and all of this will be turned into firewood.
On there.
Now, I think you and I are thinking the exact same thing. This is a lot of firewood, and that is very true. But it gets used in the shop in the winter to keep it warm and heat it, and also in the house from time to time as well. And like I mentioned earlier, my brother is planning on selling some of it this year, so hopefully that'll get some of it gone. But it's definitely very handy to get this right off of our own land. So on our small farm, we have a lot of chickens. There are around 30, and out of those 30 chickens, there are 6 roosters. So we need to sell some of our roosters because technically we only need 3. I am going to be trying to sell 2 of them because we just do not need that many, and some of them are hurting our hens. From our hens, we get around a dozen eggs a day, and they basically subsidize for the cost of their care. We usually sell some of the eggs as well as use them ourselves. Now I've got my phone, so let's go take some pictures of the roosters so I can list them. So these 2 right here are the ones we're gonna get rid of, just because this black one right here isn't very nice to our hens, and we just don't love the orange one too much, so we're gonna try and sell him as well. Now, if you're wondering, why do you have so many roosters in the first place? The reason why is because we've hatched chicks a few times over the years and gotten a few roosters from them as well as hens, and then people have just given us their chickens because they didn't want them anymore, and we've gotten roosters from that as well. And now I'm hopefully gonna be able to sell them. Well, I'm pretty sure I got some good pictures of them. The one was being kind of skittish, so it was hard to get a good shot. But now I'm going to try and list them for around 20 bucks each. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get this because they don't just look like your average rooster. They've got some fun colors and unique designs on them. So yeah, hopefully I can get them sold, but sometimes with animals, you just don't know. Bye! So over a year ago now, we bought some goats. Right now the size of our herd is 5, and we have 2 boys and 3 girls. And this was something all of us siblings wanted to do for a long time. And the reason we got the goat... Billy, what are you... They have definitely taken us on a lot of adventures. But the reason we got goats was to hopefully eventually have some babies and make a little bit of money off of that and just have the experience, because it's always good to learn how to do things yourself, and learning how to take care of baby animals is such a good skill. Also, this is our buck Jupiter. He's actually a really nice buck. He doesn't smell or anything. He's completely normal. At least if goats were normal animals. So yeah, we got really lucky with him because he's just so nice. He loves his people. That's Billy. He's our funny little guy. And he keeps on trying to knock the tripod over out of all the things he could rub his head on. That's one thing we learned when we got goats, is that they are very itchy animals. So actually one of our does is pregnant right now, and she's supposed to have babies in a little less than 2 months, which is really exciting. Shoving it all over the place. What are you doing? What is this? Oh yeah, and these are the girls. They're so gorgeous. And Juniper is the one that's going to be having some babies. So yeah, those are our goats. They're so crazy. By far, my biggest expense right now is boarding my horse, Rosie. I got her a few months ago, and I'm not going to be boarding her forever, but right now she's staying at our neighbor's farm down the road. It is such a beautiful farm, and I absolutely love going there. And that is also the place I work in the summer, picking sunflowers and making money there. But boarding is not the most affordable thing in the world, so that's why I'm excited to move Rosie to our own property one day. I'm actually going to head over there right now to do some horse chores, and I'm going to take you guys along with me, but on my GoPro. And the reason for that is because I'm going to be taking Rosie on a little ride today, hopefully, if the weather stays nice, because I have been working with her a lot more recently now that it's summer. I'm in the car and I'm about to go to the horses, and I am super excited to work with Rosie today. She has been getting a lot better at a lot of things, and I just didn't work with her a lot because it was pretty cold and I had just gotten her in the cold months, and so I just wanted to let her settle in. Then I let her settle in, and then she kind of got a bit off track of all her training. But I feel like she's pretty good now, and she got a few injuries as well, so she got time off from that too. With horses, it's definitely more of a hobby thing than getting something out of it. Although I do get a lot out of it. I get a lot of experience and a lot of joy as well. I've worked with horses for over 6 years now, and I don't plan to stop working with them anytime soon. I'm at the barn now, and first we're going to be working with Sunny, one of my neighbor's horses. I've made a little bit of money helping with her over the past few months, so that is one way I help pay for things on our small farm. You are fine. Come, Sunny. Get on this side. Good girl. If she doesn't go, like, try like pull her to the one way so she gets to where you can get her to walk. Look at those sunflowers. Okay, I'm taking Rosie out now. We're gonna see how this goes. We're kind of racing a huge storm that is coming. And then when we get back, the horses are gonna stay in overnight. Come on. She's improved a lot over the last little bit, and I've taken her on a few rides now on the trails. Just short ones like this, but she's done pretty good. I love the sound of like a creaking saddle. Is that your friend? I'm gonna have to pick sunflowers all in these fields. It's kind of daunting because there's just so many plants and so many rows. But I did it last summer, so... Rosie did really good. Hi. You're so sweet. Watch your step. Got some cookies. Rosie loves her treats. There you go. Ooh, easy. Thank you. Now we have to do some chores because there is a massive storm coming and there's going to be a lot of thunder and lightning and rain, so we want the horses in while that's happening. We've got to get them hay bags, get them water, and make their stalls all fresh for the night since they're going to be in there for almost 12 hours. Now that might sound kind of crazy, but this weather was actually really extreme and the winds were from 70 to 90 kilometers an hour, which is absolutely crazy. So we all felt a lot better about them being inside safe in the barn. When it comes to livestock type animals, hay is one of the biggest expenses you will have. We cannot get hay off of our own land, so we have to buy it from other people. And my dad just picked up a few bales of hay from the guy we get it from last night. So today I'm going to bring the hay out to the barn and stack it. We actually got this hay a bit cheaper than usual because it's from last year's cut. So it's just a bit older and it's sat through the winter, so that's why it was priced differently. So there are a few bales in here that are a bit iffy. They look like they have a little bit of mold or they're just a bit older. So I'll just have to pick and choose what I want to give the goats. And they also will not eat what they don't want to eat because goats are actually very picky eaters. For some reason, those last two bales were so heavy. But at least I got this all in here now, so if it rains more, it's gonna be nice and dry. We usually put our hay up there, but I have to wait for my dad to help me with that because it's really tricky to get it up there because I'm not that tall and these bales are decently heavy. But right now I'm gonna cut open a bale and give some hay to the goats. Now while I'm out here, I also have to collect the eggs. We use these ourselves, but my mom also has someone coming to buy some today. My favorite color of egg is the blue ones. I think they look so cool. And it's always really nice to have a variety of colors when having eggs. But eggs aren't the only supply of food we have on our small farm. We also have a garden and a greenhouse that supply us with fresh produce during the summer and stores for the winter. Also, look at this area right here. It completely flooded from all the rain. There just have been so many storms over the past few days. Right now, the biggest thing in our garden is strawberries, and we have been getting bucket loads of them lately. Currently, we have 3 rows of strawberries that go halfway through our garden, and I actually think my mom was just out here and picked the whole patch. So I'm sure I'll have strawberries when I get inside. Then we have a full row of potatoes. Because our family has those a lot for dinner, we like to make French fries and sheet trays full of potatoes and chicken and other vegetables. So those are a staple in our dinner diet. And then here we have a bunch of tomatoes, different varieties, and then some peppers as well. And then down here, it's kind of hard to see, but we have beans and cucumbers. This garden desperately needs to be weeded, and I think I'm going to do that at some point today or tomorrow because I also have flowers that I'm growing in here for the first time. These are the flowers right here. They're doing really well. And over here is the last patch. We have lettuce, herbs, and there are carrots that are starting right there. We also have a garden in the back where we have a raspberry patch, and we also usually grow squash and zucchini in there. So yeah, that's where we get a lot of produce for the summer. Now there's one last thing I want to show you before I end this video that is eventually going to be part of the input and output on our small farm. Around a month ago, we got our first ever beehives on our small farm. This is more of my dad and grandpa's thing, but eventually we hope to get honey from these bees because right now we are buying it from a store. It's always way nicer to know where your honey is coming from, and it's kind of cool to think that it's coming straight from your own property. And also, one thing you should know about me is that bees are not my favorite animal at all, so I probably won't ever do too much with them, but I'm excited to film the progress and journey we have with them. While farm life isn't the easiest life, it's definitely very rewarding. I have to deal with a lot of different things and learn how to be responsible for many animals, and honestly, it can be really stressful at times. But the joy and experiences I get to have shared with these animals is just so special to me, and I would never trade this for anything. So yes, this is the reality of living on a small farm, but most of all, I get these memories that I will be able to treasure for a lifetime.